What's up guys, Skottyy here from the Blue Coconut family, and welcome back to another tutorial in modded Minecraft. Today we're going to be looking at remain in motion and some of the things you can do in it. I've done a tutorial in the past for like a generalistic version of remain in motion, and you can check that out in the description below. But today we're going to be looking at how to create a very simple sliding door. So if I show you here, this is how it works. Walk through, and it closes behind you. Lovely job. So let me show you some of the circuitry. So you can see here we're using two parts of remain in motion. We're looking at the carriage engine and also the frame carriage. So these two are the very basic forms of parts in remain in motion, shall we say. The frame carriage will only move blocks which are directly touching it if it's been an activated side. I'll talk more about that in a second. And the carriage engine stays still, so it will stay as a solid block in the location where you placed it, while it moves what it's touching. So a bit like the old red power frames and stuff. So the circuitry is very simplistic. So if I just pull away some of these walls here, you see that underneath here I've got a little bit of redstone and also the red alloy wire from Project Red. This is the input. So as this turns on, it puts an input into this side that of course drags that way. So that will make sure that it pulls the frame carriage out, which of course in turn will pull this side of the factory block out. And of course once it turns off, it will turn this. So once it's on, it will turn the inverts of this through an invert cell off, so it will stop powering here. So let me just put that on there, sorry. So it will stop powering that. When it turns, and then it will turn off, and then you step off it and it turns back on, which will in turn turn these on. So push back. So I'll just quickly show you. So stand on, so it turns that, that bit on and pushes it that way, and turns that bit off. If I step off it, turns that on and pushes it in. Now there is a slight bug that the entire block doesn't quite render. Now what I'm going to show you is that if I change it in blocks, I chose factory blocks because they look quite cool in this, but let me change it to iron blocks. There you go. So it is every block, including vanilla Minecraft, that have like that weird kind of, it only shows one side, but it's not too big of a deal. You can kind of get over that. But you may notice that it's depending on the side of the block you're looking on. So for example, if I can see this whole side and this whole side, when it opens, those two fronts I can still see. But you can see on this side I can only see that front, and on this side I can see both corners. If I step back, only the sides I can see move, because it's not rendered behind that block. It's very simple. So let me build it with you. So things you'll need is the blocks where it's moving, with frame carriage and a carriage engine, but also a screwdriver. So first of all, let's build one side. So how I did it is I did two high and one back. So that's going to be one side of the door, and of course you place your thing there. So that's going to be the door with the pathway here. So let's do a one by one door here actually. Now you want to set one block, so let's say this is closed. You want to set one block to be the open. This isn't the right, they haven't given me the right door. So it's not a carriage engine, sorry, hang on. I want carriage motor, sorry, not carriage engine. There you go. How weird. So you want carriage motor, sorry, scratch everything else in the past. So you want one to be pushing it that way, and you want it just to be out of reach when it's fully closed, so then it can't open it any further. Now, I placed the one that opens it again underneath. Now I think you can place it anywhere. So I will place it underneath again. There you go. Now let's dig away some of the ground here, just so we can access it. Now, the reason why we've got a screwdriver is because if we place the block here and here, when it opens or closes, it'll pull those blocks along with it. Now we need to tell these blocks to not. How you do that is you get your screwdriver and you right click it until it goes a solid block like that. And you might as well do that on all sides which aren't touching that first facade like that. Okay, so you right click it all and it opens. So technically only these sides here will be touching blocks and active, so only those will move. Very nice and simple. So now let's do some of the wiring and stuff. So let's grab some red alloy and let's do some buttons for now. So we need an input here. I forgot to deactivate this side. There we go, like that. So we need input here, and we'll have come along, and we'll have our little button thing here. So if I press this, it should open. Good job, lovely job, like that. And I'll continue building that through to make it look nice. Now we want the invert cell here, so I'll grab the invert. Now technically you can have a button to open and close, but I'm going to have it as a button to open and it closes it by itself. So we place the invert. Now you can see there's two sides on this. You have the input, you've got the A and the B. We want the input to go in the A, like so, and the B will come out and will go into the side we want it to push in that direction, like that. Lovely job. So if we press the button, there you go, we've got a slide opening door. Lovely job. So that's been my very quick tutorial on how to make a sliding door. I want to see what else you can come up with this idea by using this concept with. So I've done it as a double opening door. I really would love to see what you guys can come up with. So please post it in the comment section below in YouTube, or head to our website bluecoconutfamily.co.uk and head to the comment section there on this post. And I'd love to see what you can do about it. So, like I said, head to our website, log on for an account, because then that allows you to sign up for emails to tell you when the next video or post is coming out live. We also post exclusive things only to our website, so it's a great place to head. So, I've been Skottyy from Blue Coconut Family. I wish you a very good day, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye!